People's Choice Award. Every year, basically we have everybody that comes to convention will get an email and they'll vote for the People's Choice Award. That's, again, what's going to happen this year. So you will receive an email. Everybody gets a chance to vote once only, of course. And then at the closing banquet, we will make that presentation. But in 2021, we had our award ceremony, and there was a People's Choice Award at that time, but nobody knew who it was. So tonight, we're going to go ahead and present the 2021 People's Choice Award that you all, maybe not you all, everybody that was at the virtual conference. How many of you went to the virtual conference? Wow, that's pretty darn good. That was a hoot, wasn't it? Avatars, right? This is a little bit better than avatars, I think. But we did have our project awards at that virtual conference, but we did not award the People's Choice Award. So we're going to go ahead and do that tonight. So the People's Choice Award for 2021 goes to Alliance Partition Systems for the Quilceda Creek Casino. Mike Powers and group. Mike, are you here? Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
It's so nice to embarrass people sometimes. Would you like to say a few words?
Oh, I appreciate. Our company really appreciates this award. We work hard for it.
And it turned out to be a great, great project.
It was a great project.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you.
You bet. Thank you.
I love you.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Well, you know, we have the Oregon Awards to start off there. All right, to help us out with our Oregon Awards, ladies and gentlemen, our Executive Director of Associated Wall and Ceiling Contractors, John Killen.
So I'm just super excited to be back up here and seeing people and finally getting to give this speech. I wrote it 2 years ago. And I can't remember why, but I really wanted to work the word audacious into the speech. So hang on for audacious. My role covers a variety of responsibilities, including acting as the Northwest Wall and Ceiling Bureau rep down in Oregon and Southwest Washington. Generally, this part of my job includes some technical support, hosting seminars, throwing a golf tournament, and even enjoying the occasional party. But it also lets me get out and observe the creation of some pretty amazing buildings. Today, we're going to celebrate some of those great construction projects. But first, let me say this. Not just anybody can do what you all do. Whether you're a manufacturer rep, a foreman, an estimator, the accountant, or you're fresh out of the apprenticeship, these are hard jobs. They're physically demanding. They require precision pricing. And every job has enormous competitive and complex organizational challenges, all wrapped up into a package of budgets and time constraints. It's actually a wonder that any of these projects get finished, frankly, and even more crazy that some of them make a profit. So whether your project won one of these awards or not, all of you should be very proud to be a part of this industry and working in it. It isn't easy to be in this industry. It's audacious to be in this industry. The following projects caught the collective eye of the judges for their quality, professionalism, and in some cases, the sheer challenges involved. And here we go with the Oregon Project Awards.
Our first category today is going to be interior over $1 million. The Harbor Company. The Caldera High School is a 272,000 square foot building located in southeast Bend, Oregon. It is the first new high school built in the district in over 20 years. This $268 million School of the Future provides a flexible, welcoming, and innovative learning environment. It features adaptable, functional spaces that will be a prototype for additional schools in the district. The Harbor Company submitted the Caldera High School project for both light gauge steel framing over $1 million and the interior over $1 million. Ladies and gentlemen, accepting this award, the Harbor Company.
So we would like to thank the Northwest Wall and Ceiling Bureau, BBT Architects, Kirby Nagelhout, the Carpenters and Tapers Union, our vendors, with a special thanks to GTS Bend, and most importantly, the men and women of the Harbor Company. Without these very special people and their spouses' support, the project would not have been built. that was the third he took. So I would like to recognize the most important person in this project, in my opinion, Pedro Serrano. Harvard selected Pedro to run this project prior to it bidding, and he graciously accepted the challenge with the approval of his wife, Brenda. There was no activity from the start of this project Pedro was not involved in. Takeoff, pre-construction planning, RFIs, POs, scheduling, meetings, manpower, daily reports, equipment, CORs, and for me, billings, the one time a month when we got to connect and talk off-site. It's with great honor to introduce my friend and coworker, Pedro Serrano.
Thank you, Joel. Well, as Joel mentioned, it was definitely a challenge job, and I'm here, number one, to say thank you to my wife for all her support, and, you know, she's the one who put up with me through the hardest part of the project, because there were plenty of them. I'm grateful for a great team we have. Joel, Kevin, Art, one of the owners, and everybody else that is being part of it. This is recognition to all the people that play a part on this as a team, all the crew and all the workers that were part of it. This is all thanks to them. Thank you, guys.
Well, our next category is going to be suspended ceiling acoustical. Let's make this music nice and loud for this year's winner, the Harvard Company. Marion Elementary School's most distinctive features are the unique ceiling designs. Built with an open concept school, Marion Elementary provides its students and faculties with features such as movable partition walls between classrooms, radiant floor heating in the kindergarten rooms and media center, as well as an extensive sound-absorbing materials throughout. The main area of the school is beautifully crafted, constructed with glue lamp beams approximately 10 feet on center, with USG Dano-Line strato panel ceilings fitted between the beams. Accepting this award is the Harvard Company.
Hi, my name's Dave Brigantz. I was one of the foremen for the Harvard Company on the Marion Elementary project. Harvard's honored to accept this award. I'd like to recognize our leadership team and L&W Supply for supplying the Dano-Line ceilings. That was a tough one. A lot of hard times getting that up into the glue lamps like you see there. L&W helped us out a lot with that. Also, our installers who overcame many of the obstacles during the COVID times and make it a success. So that's it. Thank you.
You guys, our next category is going to be renovation. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's winner, performance contracting. Well, this city was built on rock and roll, but the Madison McDaniel High School was a 130,000 square foot renovation and a 170,000 square foot addition with an overall budget of $202 million. Originally built in 1957, this renovation transformed it from a tired relic of the past into a state-of-the-art gem. To create a welcoming environment, the common space of the school is opened and inviting space lit with a generous amount of natural light coming from the great walls of windows. Rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen, performance contracting.
Thank you, Nate Myers with Performance Contracting. I wish some of the guys that worked on this project could be here, but we retired 3 guys off the project collectively with over 100 years of experience, so I think a lot goes to that. 2 of our foremen from the project, and then 1 of the superintendents from the general contractor, Fortis Construction. So great team, a lot of hard-headed guys that just had the best interest of the project at heart. So they didn't always get along, but they always had the project at heart. So it went really well. The project, in the heart of COVID, wildfires, snowstorms, pickets, made it through all that, and it was one of those projects that just everybody clicked. So I can't say enough things about my team and appreciate everything they did.
Our next category is going to be light gauge steel framing over $1 million. Fred Shearer and Sons. The Gardner Middle School is a $90,150,000 square foot uniquely designed open learning environment. 37 of its members of the design committee were middle school students, and that student perspective was a huge help to bring the design to fruition. Creating an open space with sound panels to reduce sound levels and an abundance of natural lighting in the timber hall, the school's comprehensive cafeteria, performance space, students' gathering area, and the extended education space feels less confining than a traditional school of the past.
Thank you for having us here and for the award. We put a lot of work into this, the two of us, and Greg over there. We wanted to thank the union halls and the talented craftspeople that helped build the project. Couldn't have done it without them, our vendors that supplied the materials in a timely manner when we put them through the fire drills weekly. General contractor, Pence Construction, and our owners, John and Ralph, who put their faith in us to perform our jobs and then get out of the way and let us do it. So thank you all and have a great evening.
Our next category is interior under $1 million. Ladies and gentlemen, Mid-Valley Construction. MAPS Credit Union is a local community-focused credit union that serves Marion and Polk counties. It was founded in 1935 during the Great Depression by a group of dedicated teachers, volunteers, who volunteered their time to provide the resources for other educators, school district employees, and to provide resources for educators, school districts employees, and to the Willamette University facility. The building features large open lounge seating, private meeting rooms, and even an in-house coffee shop. Mid-Valley Construction submitted MAPS Credit Union for its light gauge steel framing under $1 million, suspended ceiling acoustical, and interiors under $1 million. To accept this award, Eric.
Hi, good evening. I'd just like to thank a few people from our team that aren't able to be here this evening. Josh Woodson, who's our project manager for us. He's on a honeymoon trip after getting it shelved during COVID, so I wish he could be here to take the award, but he's not. And also like to recognize our foreman, Casey Royals, did a great job for us on this project. MAPS decided to help us build their new facility in downtown Salem. A great new facility for them. It's going to house their administrative individuals and some other folks in their organization. I'd also like to thank Ninewood, Scafco, steel stud manufacturer, GTS Interior Supply, and several other vendors, including, we had a subcontract for the job as well, InsoPro, that did a great job for us. We also took on the painting scope on this project, high performance coating, interior coatings, and RADA was our vendor on that and did a great job for us. So appreciate the award and want to thank the Bureau for giving it to us.
Our next category is going to be light gauge steel framing under $1 million. Our winner is, once again, Mid-Valley Construction. The Oregon State Treasury Building is a two-story, 36,000 square foot, state-of-the-art structure designed to withstand a 9.0 earthquake. Give that a big round of applause. The design team specified high-end finishes including wood slat cloud ceilings, felt-wrapped acoustical panels, tongue and groove walls, a live moss wall spanning both floors, glass railings, a concealed spline, cloud ceilings, which are also all captured in an open structure concept to minimize damage during a cosmic event. The Mid-Valley Construction submitted the Oregon State Treasury Resiliency Building for light gauge steel framing under $1 million, commercial exterior and interior under $1 million. Ladies and gentlemen, Mid-Valley Construction.
Thank you very much. The Oregon State Treasury project was unique in so many different aspects. It's been featured in articles across the United States, including the New York Times, which describes in detail the resiliency of the building. Why is there so much hype around this project? Is it because the state signed a 10-year, $25 million lease on the building? Or perhaps because the private real estate developer who owns the building spent 3 times more than the average square foot cost of any state building? The real reason is because it's the only building in the state of Oregon rated by the USRC and the only isolated building in the nation to receive a platinum rating. What does that mean in layman terms? The building was designed to move up to 18 inches horizontally to withstand a big 9.0 earthquake due to its design of sitting on large rubber-like bearings. The building was designed not only to withstand the big Cascadia Fault earthquake, but to be fully functioning thereafter with solar power, well water backup, auxiliary septic tanks, and super insulated R50 walls. Unlike most of the projects that you've heard from this evening, this project wasn't full of rainbows and butterflies. There were so many circumstances with this project that caused us to fail. Relationships, expectations, misinformation. Many of these failures were created by our own doing. Recognizing those failures and creating a plan to minimize them in the future is one of the many reasons why Mid-Valley is one of the best AWCC contractors in this room. Thank you.
All right, next category is going to be stucco and exterior insulation finished systems. Ladies and gentlemen, Weston Partitions. The Winery Residence is a single-family home located in the wine country of Willamette River Valley of Oregon. The project involved a recladding of the existing home overlooking a local vineyard. This newly installed exterior installation finish system met the performance goals to increase the durability and energy efficiency during the cold weather months, and the continuous installation kept the heat out during those summer months. This beautiful new exterior system will provide years of comfort and energy savings. Ladies and gentlemen, Western Partitions.
Hi, I'm Ray Rask with Western Partitions, Plasters Local 82. I'd like to say thanks for this award. It was a pleasure doing EFIS again on residential, which we haven't seen in a long time. And thanks to Western Materials for providing us with the materials to do this. Thank you.
Now we're going to go into the category exterior residential. And once again, we have Western Partitions. Yes, God bless the working man. This project is fantastic. Can't wait to tell you about it. It's located in the heart of the Goose Hollow district of Portland. The Alta Art Tower is an impressive 21-story mixed-use project that includes 314 residential units along the ground and rooftops amenity areas. The Alta Art Tower is one of the first buildings in the Pacific Northwest to use an engineered, prefabricated, and pre-clad rain screen system for the exterior of the building. The panelized wall assembly include all framing, sheathing, weather barrier, and corium brick cladding. Ladies and gentlemen, accepting this award, we have Kim.
You know, one of the things that has been mentioned, this project actually started design about a year and a half before COVID hit. So we had the distinct inopportunity to have to experience that in a fashion where, for instance, the brick that's on this building is manufactured in Europe. And so all of the COVID impacts in the UK for transportation, manufacturing, ports, transportation vessels, before it even gets here, just compounded the impact of being able to get materials. But through creative work with the developer, Anderson Construction, we were able to still meet TCO. And so it was really great to do that. I would like to take just a moment to thank our pre-construction team. Tremendous amount of time invested in designing these panels and all of the brick coursing that was required to be placed on them in our prefabrication facility, led by Matt Wallace, who's head of our prefab. And then especially our professionals in the field. We could not have put this puzzle together without our key players. And so a thank you to them, and also a thank you to you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, last but not least in our Oregon category, it's going to be exterior for commercial. Ladies and gentlemen, Anning Johnson Company. Ladies and gentlemen, the Anning Johnson Company created Patricia Reeser Center of the Arts, which will open as the Reeser. It is the first project of a kind in Portland area in over 30 years. The $55 million project included an ultra-modern 550 square seat auditorium, art galleries, an outdoor plaza, and rehearsal space. The Reeser will be a world-class, multidisciplinary arts center to enhance the cultural and economic wellness of Beaverton, Washington County, and the greater region by providing more access to arts, entertainment, and educational programming for residents and visitors. Anning Johnson Company submitted the research for interior over $1 million and exterior commercial. Ladies and gentlemen, Anning Johnson Company.
Thank you. Being a performing arts center, I suppose this one's all rainbows. But I just say thank you to all the people that were involved, particularly the carpenters and finishers, our suppliers, who it's an incredibly difficult job, and I'm sure all of you guys out there that when you secure a job like this, there's not much celebration because you know how hard it is to do something like this and have it be successful. And like all these other jobs I've seen that are amazing, it's super rewarding when you do. So, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Director of Technical Services, Peter Burns.
Thank you. I just wanted to take a moment to thank everyone for the submissions this year. Normally we get about 35 to 40 submissions for projects. This year we had about 65. So just great participation by you folks on these amazing projects. And kind of the thing that I see every time I go through these is that Northwest Wall and Ceiling Bureau contractors build the places where people come together, where they come together and where memories are made. And I think you see that here today. So thank you for your hard work, and let's get to the Washington Awards.
All right. Well, starting off, our category is going to be stucco exterior insulation finish system. Ladies and gentlemen, our winner is going to be Fampina. GS of Greenwood is a newly constructed 5-story assisted living home for seniors. Will provide 97 units and amenity spaces for the residents. Fampina's work on the project included the exterior stucco panels and the installation of a traditional 3-coat lime plaster to finish the stunning octagonal coffered ceilings. Both elements add elegant features to be enjoyed by the residents for many years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, Fampina.
Hello, my name's Tidy, and I'm with Vampenia Inc. For this project, you can see it's very cool, Tudor-inspired styled, and not only that, but in the interior, which I'm not sure if we have a picture, there are these beautiful domes, and for those domes, we had to use technical data from NWCB, and that being provided by NWCB really helped us with the submittal process. So big thank you to NWCB. And even Pete actually came out to help with the photos. So again, NWCB being so helpful. But yeah, our team is the best. Our field guys really are hardworking, passionate individuals that we consider family. And it was another good project for the books. Oh, and before I forget, thank you, John, for always being there, taking our calls whenever, and not blocking our number yet. And thank you to Evergreen, as a whole, and Stowe for having such a great system and clear details. So thank you.
Well, we're rocking and rolling with Washington on our second award. It's going to go in the category of restoration. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up here once again from Washington, Fampina. She's coming again. I'm going to tell you guys about this St. Edward's Lodge. It is a converted seminary and will offer guests a glimpse into Washington State's history while being tucked away in the natural beauty of this 326-acre forest along the eastern shore of Lake Washington. Vampina had to meticulously restore and replicate the original historical plaster sand finishes on the walls and ceilings, as well as the ornamental plaster crown molding. The project was a successful collaboration that restored the building to its original glory. Tidy, tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, so with this project, it was wonderful getting to see the history brought back to life with the ornamental plaster. But I think our favorite part was getting to work with Vanderlip and seeing the talents of both plasters and tapers come together and create such a flawless finish. Let's see, and then also big thank you to Evergreen again for being our main supplier, and to NWCB. Pete, Gabe, and Terry all came out as consultants, and then our wonderful field team being such hard workers and artists at the same time. So yeah, thank you so much.
Our next two awards is for the Climate Pledge Arena for renovation and light gauge steel framing over $1 million. You know, DJ, I think we're gonna have to give them a real big song here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be First Line Systems. Well, I think this first thing really needs a big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, Climate Pledge Arena is the first ever zero carbon arena in the world. First Line Systems worked on this historic renovation also include the light gauge steel framing. First Line System designed and constructed one of the largest displays of LED boards in any arena in the US. They also built a unique 200-foot by 25-foot living wall that combined plant life with LED graphics. The work included multiple soffit and ceiling LED displays. Mortensen Sports Arena Division stated that this project was the most difficult arena they have ever built. The newly renovated Climate Pledge Arena will provide the public an incredibly uniquely visual experience for years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, First Line Systems.
Well, thank you all. It's really great to see everybody without a mask, and we can actually see you. So this project was about a 2.5-year build for us, and I spent a lot of time trying to put it together and capture it, and I had about a 15-minute presentation to do that. Terry said I had about 30 seconds. So Daryl said he could do this, so I'm just coming up here to give a thanks to my team, everybody that didn't come up, but we had a huge effort in our company throughout to get this thing done. And the most challenging project and the most successful project that we've ever done in 36 years. So thanks for recognizing that to the Bureau and everybody that was involved. Thank you.
Well, this was 2 awards. Remember this, you guys. This is 2 awards. This is incredible.
First Line Systems is proud to receive both of these awards for the Climate Pledge Arena. First and foremost, we want to thank and congratulate all of our teammates on this iconic project. Our subcontractors, Icon Insulation and Fampena Incorporated, our suppliers, Drywall Distributors, Seawalla, and GC Products, and our design team at Hayden Engineering and Sanrachna BIM and Virtual Building Services. We also want to congratulate and thank all of our First Line team members, from our field guys to our project supervisors, Josh Daw, Tony Kubek, Greg Schultz, Tyrone Jared, Ken Hill, Bill Stowell, and Colin Dyke, and to our management staff, Jay Dishnow, Tim Herman, Keith Kubek, and Michael Newman. We also want to say thank you and congratulations to Mortensen Construction. They truly were partners in design and building of this arena. The teamwork between FSI and Mortensen's 60-plus office staff and over 100 field staff created an atmosphere for everyone to succeed and get issues and decisions on the table early to create answers fast. Keeping this project moving at full speed was critical. We started this project with 13 months of pre-planning for a fully dedicated staff and 11 months of build-out, navigating our way through the COVID pandemic and the delays it caused, crunching an already tight 16-month schedule into 11 months, and pulling it off for an on-time opening night, first puck drop for the Seattle Kraken. Thank you to the Northwest Wall and Ceiling Bureau, and thanks for recognizing us for this project. Get right here in the middle, John. Oh, yeah, I love it. Hey, this guy, he was supposedly my dad, too. Okay.
Tell us about the framing.
Go ahead, you just kind of went through that one.
Yeah, we're good. Well, just say thanks again.
Yep, thanks again. Thanks again.
Our next group is coming out from downtown Seattle. That's where this project is coming from, you guys. It's for interior under $1 million, Northwest Partitions. Northwest Partitions was called for their expertise and skills to assist in the renovation to the 1924 Fairmont Olympic Hotel in downtown Seattle. The project required carefully melding the original and new surfaces. Northwest Partitions restored walls and ceilings that were open to accommodate updated mechanical, electrical, and plumbing systems. The expertise and hard work of Northwest Partition's teams resulted in a seamless integration of an added modern touches with the hotel's traditional heritage. I have to say, they're always working hard. Ladies and gentlemen, Northwest Partitions.
Thank you, everybody. Definitely want to give thanks to Abbott Construction. They were a great partner on this project. And my superintendent on the job was Robert Kasnikoff, and Chris Spencer was the on-site foreman. They did an amazing job with all the juggling on the multiple floors and just different tasks, and obviously with everybody else too with COVID, so there was a lot of distancing and new protocols everyone was adjusting to. And definitely a big thank you to the carpenters and the tapers. They did an amazing job on this. And thank you to FBM, because not only was it difficult for us, but it was difficult for them with very small deliveries and up and down stairs, different levels and stuff. So just a big thank you to everyone. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next category is going to be suspended ceiling acoustical. Our winner is going to be Western Partitions. The GitHub is a 24-story tower located in Bellevue's Central Business District. Western Partitions' work involved building complex, visually aesthetic ceiling systems. The Western Partitions team met the challenge to efficiently install integrate ceiling materials as originally designed while working around mechanical, electrical, and plumbing elements and allowing for accessibility, all while adhering to the critical city of Bellevue's building code requirements. Accepting this award is Western Partitions.
Thank you to the Wall and Ceiling Bureau for this award. Greatly appreciate it. Accepting on behalf of John Quintrell, he's not here, who knew a lot more about this project than I do. But yeah, thank you to our suppliers, our field staff, FBM, Armstrong, and more importantly, John. He's the PM estimator on all of the ACT, so turned out to be a great job. So thank you.
Our next category is exterior commercial. Our winner is going to be Expert Drywall. They had a fantastic project, you guys. I have to tell you about it. It's the REI headquarters project located in Bellevue. It consists of a 3-building, 400,000 square foot commercial office complex on an 8-acre campus. Expert Drywalls worked on the exterior envelope of the project, including the engineering of cold-formed steel framing, installation of the exterior sheathing, along with the application of the silicone-based weather barrier. The Expert Drywall team met the challenge and delivered a state-of-the-art building envelope designed and built to stand the test of time like Superman himself. Ladies and gentlemen, Expert Drywall.
Well, thanks for letting me speak for a change. I typically speak too much. I'll try and save that for later. Do deeply appreciate, I do have a note here. Let me get that out. We do appreciate the Northwest Wall and Ceiling Bureau, their time that it takes and the thought to make these awards possible, and we appreciate you being selected, of course. They also helped us get it built. They were out consulting and part of the crew that got it done. There's some other people we need to thank. The owner, we thank them for deciding to build the building in Bellevue. That was pretty helpful. They also selected NBBJ, which was also quite helpful. Thank Howard S. Wright actually for the contract and the work. They were actually a good, strong team and helped us get it done. Really appreciate the idea that we needed to do the exterior in the winter. Nothing like 135,000 square feet of exterior wall, 2,200 window openings in the winter. So we got some guys here that were foreman on the job. One that's not here is Al Rouleau. He retired, and I'm pretty sure he's having a good time. We've got John Flanagan, which was one of our foremen, and we've got Jason Gillenhan, who was doing the weather barrier, and then we've got John Van Alstein, who was also a foreman on the project. I got to be the project manager. The support from the office staff, the owners, Marty and Jim, was exceptional as usual. They actually just do a great job of making things happen. Also like to thank the suppliers. LNW was a driver, Atlas Supply as well. There was Hilti was also part of this, but more on the interior. But anyway, long story short, we're appreciative of these guys' hard work and just meeting the needs of the project every day. We did have a chance to tail end the job during COVID, so there was something difficult to do every day. One of the most difficult projects that I've been involved in, so very grateful for the team and the result. It actually doesn't all fit in the pictures. There's actually 3 buildings. Yeah, I think it's about 7.5 acres. They did a great job, and I got to be part of it. Thanks for listening.
Our next category is going to be interior over $1 million. Doctor, our winner is going to be Anning Johnson Company. The Seattle Children's Hospital Forest B is a new 9-floor addition to the existing hospital, and it was part of a multi-phase building cure expansion. The project included a diverse group of area use types relevant to hospitals like surgical, patient rooms, labs, pharmacies, and office spaces. The Anning Johnson team installed a high-quality finishes in all the areas with close attention to the details and remarkable quality of marksmanship. Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Hansen.
Well, since it looks like I'm one of the last awards up here, I can give a nice long speech. So here it goes. I would like to, as we all know, it takes a team to make any of these projects work and to come out. We too would like to thank the Bureau for picking this as one of their Projects of the Year awards. And I also want to give recognition, and I'm accepting this award on behalf of Luke Brigg and Steve Linscott, who are estimating and project managers, Chad Edwards and Mike Duttard, who are our field foremen, who did a fantastic job in communication and quality control on the project, which enabled everybody to follow us to also have a successful project. Thank you.
Well, we're down to our last award of the night. It's going to go for exterior residential. Our winner is Performance Contracting.
Accepting on behalf of Performance Contracting is going to be me.
Oh.
Yeah. Jeff Hartway texted me about 2 hours ago, said their flight was delayed and he wouldn't be able to make it. So, oh, hi, Terry. Headed from the airport, likely not going to make it in time. We'll catch you this evening, Corey. So I get a thank you for that. So just 1 second, and I'll read what Mr. Hartway had to say. I'd like to thank the Northwest Wall and Ceiling Bureau, you're welcome, for this award and accept on behalf of our Seattle Interior Branch, the Spire Project. The Spire Project is one that we are extremely proud of to have been a part of. Spire is a 41-story, 444-foot luxury condominium tower located in Seattle and is currently the closest high-rise residential tower to Seattle Center and the Space Needle. The exterior of the Spire Project is comprised of a combination of glass and metal panel and stands out amongst the Seattle skyline due to its unique design and footprint of the building. Another interesting aspect of the Spire Project is the automated parking system integrated into the building. Residents essentially have a vending machine for their vehicles that are stored and then retrieve their vehicles at will, utilizing a complex series of elevators and platforms from the underground parking levels. PCI performed the interior, exterior framing, drywall, FRP, acoustical ceilings, plaster, fireproofing, and insulation on this project. This award and our success on the project is a direct result of the leadership and planning of our project team, consisting of Julie Schwartz, Jesse Vleem, Brooks Campbell, Brent Keimig, Ryan Kendorzia, Marcus Galindo, and Aldo Guardo, and most importantly, all of our crew members that took this project from concept to reality. I, Jeff Hartway, would also like to specifically recognize our GC partners, PCL, and our primary vendor and manufacturers in Seawalla, Drywall Distributors, Salmon Bay, CertainTeed, Georgia Pacific, Armstrong, and Hamilton. Without your support and partnership, none of this could have been possible. Once again, thank you all very much.
Well, I think Terry and I would like to thank all of our winners. Let's give them all a big round of applause.